So perception is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And perception is governed by the person, what happens here.
That's perceiving.
That's perceiving, yes. And so whatever I'm feeling or thinking or perceiving, it's my story.
Mm.
It's whatever story I have produced in my mind. And so if I have a problem, I start off with, this is my story.
Wow.
And
And so this is even a problem you have with me, right?
oh yeah.
Okay, I've done
Okay,
something.
so here's an example.
Oh, we're gonna give examples. Okay.
And I'm not going to pull up specifics because I don't recollect those things.
Okay.
An example is if you say something to me and I'm like, what the fuck? Excuse me. And so I'm like, we just having real talk, all right? So I'm like thinking to myself, well, damn, that wasn't very nice.
Okay, yes.
Right? But see, my perception of what you said is governed by me.
Right.
My perception is governed by me.
Right.
I can perceive anything in a different way
if you choose.
If I choose to.
Mm.
So you may be making a statement based on how you feel about something, and I have to process in my own mind what that means to me.
Mm.
And so if you say, hey, you were working too late the other day, yesterday you were working too late, I don't like it when you work late like that, I have the responsibility within myself to process that and decide on what it means to me.
Wow. Right. So what are you hearing?
Yes. And what that means to me. And so if I get all funky about it, it's because how I perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could say in myself, internally within myself, yeah, she's probably at home and she wants me to be at home and she wants to spend time with me. She misses me. I need to figure out a better way of doing this.
Mm. Right. Regardless of how I said it, what demeanor I said it, yeah.
Doesn't matter. I can take it either way or.
You're choosing to receive whatever you want out of that, what's being communicated.
I could be like, oh, she all up on me. I need to get home. Right?
Right.
It could be either way.
Or you could choose to do the opposite and not come home because you don't want to hear the noise.
Like, damn, I'm out here making all this money and she complained about I ain't at home.
Right.
If I was at home, not gonna make money, you know.
Right. But it's all about either the story.
Way. Yeah.
So it's the story that the person tells.
Yeah. And so when I claim it how I feel, when I claim how I feel as my story, that gives me powerful responsibility in my moments in time. Because I create the moments based on how I perceive something.
Yeah. And I can honestly say that when I'm in a similar situation where I'm become upset because of something that you did or said, I choose to take responsibility for how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose to be angry, I choose to be upset. And then when I take full responsibility, then I go, well, it's stupid. Why would I choose to be angry? You know, why would I choose to be mad? Because it doesn't feel good when you're mad.
Right.
Being mad feels horrible.
Yeah.
Being angry with someone, your whole body is tense.
Toxic.
It feels like toxins are going through your body when you're angry.
Because they are.
Yeah. And so I really take responsibility for feeling that way. You know what? I chose to feel this way. Now, at the same time, I still want to communicate with you what I occurred, my story. I could tell you what my story of the version was. So my version was this, that you had indicated that, you know, could be example where, you know, I cooked a nice meal because you like having a meal when you come home, and I cooked a nice meal, but you didn't show up, or you ate before you got home. Right. And so I am choosing to share my version of the story so you can share your version of the story, and we figure out where that meets in the middle. But decide, okay, I just don't want to feel angry because it just doesn't feel good.
Right.
And I'd much rather us have a resolution over this conversation.
Yeah.
So choosing the resolution over the argument.
Correct. Because there is a solution
Yeah.
to every problem.
Yeah. And my dad has a saying, he goes, you don't want to argue with my daughter because she's always right. And it is, because I believe I'm always right. But at what cost?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it cost you to be right?
Yeah.
You know, I much rather have some harmony. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes a level of maturity to
It
have
does.
these type of conversations.
It does.
Yeah. Asking questions is a good tool we use as well.
Yes, to ask questions for clarification, not to ask investigative questions
No.
to say, I got your ass. That's what I mean. Yeah, no, it's really to understand. And so if you told me something, if you shared how you felt about something, then I have a responsibility of asking questions to
Yes.
gain better understanding of what you're sharing with me. And when you present something to me and you are taking ownership of it and you present a problem to me, I'm like, well, shit, I'm ready to get in front of this.
Let's solve it.
Let's solve it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fixer.
Right.
That's what I am.
Right.
And I like to help you if you have a problem that needs to be solved.
Right.
And so I can step all the way in front. In other words, don't worry about it. I got this.
Right. Even if the perceived problem is you.
Correct. Absolutely. It just depends on how it's presented.
Yes, absolutely.
If you present it with me as a dump on me, I'm coming out swinging.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, or you can present it to me as, hey, I have this. Can you help me with this?
Right. And these are things we developed over time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, it wasn't like
no.
time.
There were times
developmental time.
There were times where it was just shut down. Let's not talk about it right now.
No.
Or emotions were high. But the one thing I will say, regardless of what stage of our relationship, we never, ever, ever disrespected one another.
No.
You cannot unsay something.
No.
Call someone out of their name. You cannot unsay that.
Check yourself before you
wreck yourself. You can't. And it's done, right?
Yeah.
And so that was off the table. So there were certain agreements that we had with one another.
Right.
One was honesty, right?
Yes.
Always being honest and create,
no matter what. Hey, be honest.
Create the space where we could share our utmost honesty. Yeah. So. Yeah. And that means listening, being willing to listen.
Yeah. That respect thing though, not calling each other out of our names, not belittling the other person. I don't think we ever really discussed that we were not going to do that. I think it happened naturally simply because we love each other.
Yes.
Loving you like loving myself. I'm not going to punch myself in the throat, right? That doesn't sound like a good idea. So it's like loving you, I can be protective of you when we are in a disagreement. And I can be careful with you and gentle with you and loving you. And so calling you
it's crazy.
No, I wouldn't even imagine doing that. It doesn't feel natural. I would have to force myself to do that. And that would be like a hellacious, deliberate act.
Yeah. And I will say that some people have grown up in environments where that was commonplace.
Yes.
And so what has to occur is the shift has to occur within you.
Yes, it does.
Where you create this level of self-esteem for yourself and how you feel about you.
Yeah.
In order to respect the other person, right?
Yeah.
You have to love yourself.